Alright, I'm just put this out there. I look pale as all heck, and so I did some like random spray tan drop thing, and like my hands just look really oompa loompa-y, so I hope you can put up with that through the whole video. Hey, what's poppin'? Hopefully you are popping vitamin C supplements so that you can stay healthy in this global pandemic. Hi, my name is Steph Vassos. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hello, welcome. If you're old here, hello, welcome back. I'm surprised you came back, but always so grateful. I wanted to make a video today about the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, and this global pandemic that's happening basically for two reasons. One, I feel like everything said about it is just so high strung and so stressful and so negative. And of course, it's a pandemic. It's not really a positive thing. But also number two is because I've been stuck in social isolation, and I've been stuck at home and I've been bored as all hell. This is actually my second time filming this video because the first time I did it, I was just like, it could be better and I have nothing better to do, so I'll just go film it for a second time. So getting right into it right now. In the middle of March in North America and Canada, where I personally live, we were told to stay home, and if you were outside the country, to come home. We are told that all non-essential businesses have to close down or transfer your business to an online format, but basically you're not allowed to see clients or customers. You are not allowed to see your friends or your family. You need to stay home. Do not socialize with people. Do not connect with people unless you are 6 feet apart. Don't even go grocery shopping unless absolutely necessary, in which case keep your social distancing. Do not get close to people. Do it as quickly as possible. Wear gloves. Do the hand sanitizer thing. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, this is a really big change on our day-to-day cycle. And it is on many levels very scary. But the very cool thing about this is that it's not just happening in North America. It's not just happening in Canada. It's happening on a global scale where everyone is banding together, and we're saying our mission right now as humans is to flatten this curve. We have such a high level of baby boomers and people in risk because of smoking and vaping and obesity that this can cause so many fatalities. So the interesting thing is that we're all on this global mission together, flatten the curve, let's create the least amount of chaos, the least amount of fatalities. And it all hinges on you. And I know that sounds crazy. It's like, it all hinges on me. What do you mean? But I just want to bring up or remind you that you right now in this moment matter. If you are choosing to stay home, you are helping us progress through this pandemic quicker than somebody who's choosing to go out and to socialize and to talk to people and possibly catch and spread this disease or virus with other people. And I want to take this one step further. Your actions matter every single day of your life. You're not just special in this moment in time, but every single day, your actions, your decisions, everything that you do has an effect and possibly has either negative or positive consequences to it. And I know what you're thinking, like, okay, I take this to like a global scale and it's like, oh my God, like global warming is all of our problems. And you're like, Stephanie, it's not my problem. I just go to the supermarket and I just get one plastic bag. Like, it's not my problem. And yeah, okay, you're not the one creating global warming issues and whatever. But if it's 10,000 people, 1 million people, 7 billion people that are acting with the same apathetic attitude as you, we kind of have a problem. Another great example of this is when we go to a department store and we buy like super discounted items, like for example a $2 t-shirt. We always forget, how is this t-shirt so cheap right now? Who got taken advantage of so that I could wear this $2 t-shirt right now and save 20 bucks? And why I'm bringing this up now in this whole global pandemic thing is that we're seeing that it's all of us or none of us right now. We are all being affected right now by this pandemic. So when you are buying that $2 t-shirt, you're affecting your brothers and sisters in Vietnam, India, Malaysia, China, wherever they are, where they're working in super unsafe working conditions. They're being toxically affected by the chemicals that are in their workplace. They're not being treated fairly. They don't have fair wages. Generally speaking, their quality of life is really terrible, but at least we're living good over here and we look somewhat stylish, even though this t-shirt's gonna break in like, I don't know, I think it's 10 washes, or did they reduce it down to 6 now? I don't even know. And just to bring this on a more like personal level too, I think it's always important to look at your actions from day to day and how you interact with other people. For example, if you are angry one day and you have a coworker and you take your anger out on them, you have no idea the consequences of you sharing your anger with them and putting your emotions on them. They may already be in a disempowered or damaged state, so they might take that anger and hold on to it. It might strike a chord within them and then they might take it home to their families, and they might take it out on their husband or their wife, possibly beat their children. It could push them as far as committing suicide. Generally speaking, that doesn't happen, but do you actually know the consequences? Do you actually know how your anger might affect someone? And if you're somebody who is super skeptical and you're like, oh, Stephanie, like, come on, I'm one person, like what can my actions possibly do to the world? I want to remind you that it was just one person who ate an infected bat in Wuhan, China, who totally twisted the world upside down. They created a global pandemic. They completely stopped the world's economies and the world in general, and almost every single human is being affected right now because of this virus, which stemmed with one person and one infected bat. So yeah, your actions do matter. Whether or not you choose to believe that or not my problem. But I hope that you do realize the responsibility that you have and also the power that you have as a human. So there's two things I kind of want to wrap up and kind of get you to take away from this video. Number one, as we can tell from this global pandemic, we as humans are a global society. We are totally connected. What I do affects you, what you do affects me, maybe not directly. And what I do affects people on the other side of the world, and what they do affects me. Again, maybe not directly, maybe there's a lot of different webs and a lot of different actions that happen in between, but nonetheless, we're connected. And so at this time, I think it's really great if the human race kind of starts to reflect and say like, okay, as one race, what do we want to do? The state of the world is very, very uncertain, and there's a lot of war and terrorism and segregation and famine. I would hope that the global mission would be something along the lines of like world peace, Shambhala, happiness, joy, prosperity, abundance for everyone. Yeah, we're not quite on that level yet, but hey, maybe this is a great time for us to transition into that and realize what exactly is our world mission. The second thing that I want to bring up is that we need to take this back to a microcosmic level as well. It's not like there's going to be one world leader who just comes up tomorrow and is like, all right guys, figured it out, human race, hear me out. Our mission is world peace. Oh, thank you. Like, I wish that would happen, but that's probably not going to happen. So that's why we need to take this onto a microcosmic level and start to delve into ourselves and realize, what is it that I want to create? One of my favorite ways to get really introspective and to really delve into my life and to kind of make it like a game is to look at my life as if it was a movie and to take responsibility and realize that I am not only the main actress of this movie, I am also the director and the producer of this movie. What does that exactly entail? That means that I get to decide the script and the plot of my movie. That means I get to decide the scenery that my movie takes place in. That means I get to decide what I as a character look like. That means I get to decide who I want in my movie alongside me as well. I have total control over my life, and if there is something in my movie that I don't like, I have the power to change it to the best of my ability. If your character is not exactly where you want them to be in life right now, you need to take responsibility and ownership and realize, oh, maybe it's my fault as the director and the producer and maybe the main actor that I'm not necessarily where I want to be in life. And I think it's really hard to tell yourself the truth sometimes, especially when it's the hard truth and it's the truth that you don't necessarily want to hear. But I think now's a really good time to do it. And so when you're delving into your movie and you're looking into your movie, start to figure out, what is it that I want this movie to look like? And from there, you start to kind of sculpt your mission. You start to sculpt all the things that you need to do in order to accomplish said mission and to accomplish the movie. So once we start to get clear on what it is that we want to build for this life or what we want this world to look like, that's where we start to kind of place some bricks and we start building the foundation of what we want this world to look like. And assuming we're all good humans and we want peace on earth and all those good things like prosperity, joy, and abundance, then we start to kind of like integrate together and we're like, oh yeah, we can build this together, and we come together, and that's how I think we create our global mission, and that's how we accomplish our world peace, if that's what humans want, which hopefully we do. So in conclusion, I just basically want to remind you that you matter. You're a really important person. You are so beautiful, you're so wise, you're so strong. Maybe you forgot that, hopefully you didn't, but if you did, here's a wonderful video to remind you, and I hope it hits you, and I hope you take this home with you. I mean, you're probably already home, right? Maybe take it from the couch to your bed and then start to journal and figure out all the things that you want to create in your life. So that's essentially it for this video. I do hope you like it. I hope it was able to shed some light on the current situation that the world's going through, and I hope it wasn't too depressing. I don't think it was. Maybe it was. yeah, anyways, if you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I think it's down in this corner, or maybe this corner, I don't know. The corners. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you really liked it, please share it with all of your friends. I really appreciate it so much. I love you so much. These are such unprecedented times. If you are somebody who is going through a hard time, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Instagram. My handle is @Steph Vassos. It'll also be linked down below. Also, I kind of want to hear from you down below in the comments. Let me know, like, what exactly do you want to create? Are you looking to create a more peaceful world? Are you looking to create a more chaotic world? Do you have a mission in mind? Did this video help you gain some clarity? Are you going to go work on it? Just let me know where you're at. Let's just start a conversation. I feel like in the comments below, so I'm like, yeah, I want to create chaos actually. And I'm gonna be like, this is why I can't go to Easter next weekend, and it's not because of coronavirus. I'm kidding. That's it from me. Thank you so much. I love you all so much. I'll talk to you in the future. Stay safe, stay warm, stay wise, stay healthy. I love you. We'll see you in the future. Bye. At least I didn't try and cut my hair or dye my hair during quarantine, right? This will go away in about 4 days, but the haircut's for like life.